Stop breaking your own heart by trying to make a relationship work that's clearly not meant to work. You cannot force someone to care about you. You can't force someone to be loyal. You can't force someone to be the person that you need them to be.
All the relationship advice you'll ever need. I reached out to those who have been married for over a decade and are still thriving in their relationships. I wanted to know what wisdom would they share with others if they could. What keeps the love alive between them and their partner? I also asked those who have experienced divorce what went wrong in their past relationships. The response was powerful. People from every corner of the globe, from different backgrounds and experiences, poured their hearts out. Yet, despite their diverse lives, they all echoed the same essential truths. 1. Be together for the right reasons. Some of these misguided reasons include succumbing to pressure from friends and family, feeling like a failure for being single and rushing into a relationship with the first person who showed interest, staying together for the sake of appearances because the relationship seemed perfect on the surface, being young, naive, and hopelessly in love, believing that love alone could fix everything. But the truth is, every relationship needs a deep, sincere admiration for one another. Without that, everything else starts to fall apart. 2. Have realistic expectations about relationships and romance. In ancient times, love was seen as a kind of illness. Parents would warn their children to steer clear of it and hurriedly arrange marriages before their kids could be swept away by uncontrollable emotions and do something reckless. This is because love, while it can make us feel euphoric, like we've just indulged in a wild high, can also lead us to make completely irrational decisions. We all know that person who dropped out of school, sold everything they owned. And we all know how that story ended. With them with nothing to show for it but regret. Blind romantic love is like a trap, designed to make two people ignore each other's flaws just long enough to create a family. That heady rush you feel when you gaze into your lover's eyes as if they're the stars themselves, it doesn't last forever. When that feeling fades, you must be sure you've committed to a person you truly respect and enjoy spending time with, or else the relationship will face serious challenges. True love, the kind that withstands the test of time, is a deep and unwavering commitment to someone, no matter what life throws your way. This kind of love is much more difficult because it often doesn't feel particularly good. It's not glamorous. But this love is also far more fulfilling and profound. In the end, it brings a genuine, lasting happiness, not just a fleeting rush of emotions. Unfortunately, many people never reach this deep, unconditional love. They become addicted to the roller coaster of romantic highs and lows. They chase the thrill, and when that thrill fades, they move on. 3. The most important factor in a relationship is not communication, but respect. Those who had been through divorces almost always emphasized that communication is the key to making a relationship work. Talk often. Talk honestly. Talk about everything, even when it's painful. There's definitely truth to that. But what struck me was that the people who had been happily married for 20, 30, or even 40 years spoke most about the importance of respect. I believe that these couples, through years of experience, have come to understand that communication, no matter how honest, clear, and consistent, will eventually falter. Conflicts are inevitable, and feelings will inevitably get hurt. The only thing that can truly save you and your partner, that can soften the harsh impact of human imperfection, is unwavering respect for each other. It's essential to hold one another in high regard, to believe in each other. 4. Talk openly about everything, especially the stuff that hurts. If something in your relationship is troubling you, you must find the courage to speak up. Expressing your feelings openly fosters trust, and trust deepens intimacy. Yes, it might be painful, but it's necessary because no one else can fix your relationship for you. Just like how muscles grow stronger after enduring strain, allowing some discomfort into your relationship through vulnerability can make it stronger. But trust extends far beyond simply wondering if someone is being faithful. When you're thinking about a lifelong commitment, you have to confront some truly life-altering questions. If you were diagnosed with cancer tomorrow, would you trust your partner to stand by your side and care for you? Do you have faith in them to manage your finances or make tough decisions under pressure? These are tough questions, and they're even harder to think about early in a relationship. But as your commitment deepens and your lives become more connected, the more you'll need to trust your partner to act with responsibility and care for you. 5. A healthy relationship means two healthy individuals. People often talk about the sacrifices needed in a relationship, suggesting that you should constantly put your own needs aside to make your partner happy. While it's true that relationships sometimes require compromises, the issue arises when the entire happiness of the relationship hinges on constant self-sacrifice from both sides. A truly healthy and joyful relationship depends on both partners being healthy and fulfilled individuals. The key word here is individuals. Each person must have their own identity, passions, and activities that they pursue on their own. Trying to control your partner in an effort to make them happy often backfires because it erodes the individual identities that initially drew you together and made your relationship special. 6. Give each other space. One of the most common pieces of advice from those who reached out was about the need for space and independence within a relationship. Many spoke highly of having separate checking accounts and credit cards, maintaining different social circles and hobbies, and even taking solo vacations each year. Some went as far as to suggest having separate bathrooms and bedrooms. 7. You and your partner will grow and change in unexpected ways. Embrace it. One recurring insight, especially from those who have been married for over 20 years, is the profound transformation each person undergoes over the decades and the importance of being ready to embrace these changes. You'll find that, years down the line, your spouse will become a different person. The key is to make sure you fall in love with that evolving person as well. 8. Get good at fighting. Never resort to insults or name-calling when dealing with your partner. To put it another way, focus on criticizing the behavior, not the person. Contempt, belittling or demeaning your partner is the strongest predictor of divorce. Avoid dragging past conflicts into current disagreements. This only exacerbates the issue and makes the situation worse. Keep in mind that being right isn't as crucial as ensuring both partners feel respected and heard. Even if you're technically correct, if your approach makes your partner feel unloved, then there's no real victory. 9. Get good at forgiveness. This ties back to the importance of respect. When two individuals come together to share a life, they will inevitably have differing values and viewpoints, leading to disagreements. The crucial point is not to try and change your partner, since attempting to change them is a form of disrespect, but to embrace these differences, love them despite them, and offer forgiveness when things get tough. Your ideal partner isn't someone who has no issues in the relationship. Instead, they are someone whose problems you feel willing and able to work through together. 10. The little things add up to big things. Never underestimate the power of the small gestures. They truly accumulate over time. Simple acts like saying "I love you" before sleep, holding hands during a movie, doing small favors, but they all contribute significantly to your relationship. This becomes even more crucial when children come into the picture. Keep up with regular date nights, plan weekend getaways, and make time for intimacy, even when you're exhausted, stressed, or dealing with a crying baby. 11. Be practical and create relationship rules. Many people have a vision of an ideal relationship where both partners evenly share responsibilities and perfectly balance their time together with time apart. But the reality is often far from this ideal. Relationships can be chaotic, stressful, and filled with miscommunication, making it feel like you're constantly talking to a brick wall. Hold discussions about these arrangements. It might not be glamorous or exciting, but it's essential. Since you're building a life together, you need to plan and coordinate to meet each other's needs and make the most of your resources. 12. Learn to ride the waves. Relationships flow like waves, and people need to learn how to navigate them, the wise old man said. Just like the ocean, relationships experience constant emotional waves. Some may last for mere hours, while others can endure for months or even years. The key is recognizing that these waves often have little to do with the actual quality of your relationship. Your role as a committed partner is to ride these waves together, no matter where they lead. because in the end, none of these waves last forever, and you are left with each other.